Hello, my dear all students. Welcome back to our channel, Gyan Manju Online Education. I hope you all are fine and safe at you. So, students, in our last lecture, we had discussed about some practice questions and those all the PDFs. So, today onwards, we are moving with our next topic, and that is SVO introduction. So, that question will be raised in your mind that what is this SVO? Subject, verb, and object. So, S stands for subject. V stands for verb, and O stands for object. So I think this term you are familiar with this things because in our previous year we had practiced so much about this topic SVO, when subject plus verb plus object. That kind of structure is there. Whenever we make a meaningful sentence, on that time we follow this step: first, second, and third. So from the subject, the sentence will be started. So let's see what is the introduction of SVO. So I have given you the little bit intro of this SVO. So let's go ahead. Who is doing the action? Kirti at breakfast. So here one question is that who is doing the action? एक्शन कौन परफॉर्म कर रहा है? यहाँ पे हमारे पास है who. If the question will be asked from who, so who से अगर क्वेश्चन आता है तो उसके आंसर में कोई पर्सन का नाम आएगा. So here who is doing the action? एक्शन कौन परफॉर्म कर रहा है यहाँ पे? तो in this answer what will be our answer? कौन एक्शन कर रहा है? ब्रेकफास्ट आंसर ब्रेकफास्ट एक्शन कर रहा है? नहीं, कीर्ति. सो हियर इन अवर दिस आंसर हु के आंसर में क्या आएगा? नेम ऑफ द पर्सन. सो हियर अवर आंसर इज कीर्ति इज डूइंग द एक्शन. Okay, so here we have the answer. Now, which part of speech is the highlighted word? कौन सी पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच हाईलाइटेड है यहाँ पे? कीर्ति क्या है? नेम ऑफ द पर्सन. तो नेम ऑफ द पर्सन कौन सी पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच में आता है? नाउन में आता है, राइट? सो लेट्स सी. नाउन, नेम ऑफ द पर्सन, नेम ऑफ द थिंग, नेम ऑफ द एनिमल. So this all are our noun. So here part of speech noun that is used here as Kirti, name of the person. Now Kirti is the subject of the sentence. कीर्ति जो है वो सेंटेंस का सब्जेक्ट है. एंड द सब्जेक्ट इज अ नाउन और अ प्रोनाउन. सब्जेक्ट क्या होता है? या तो फिर वो नाउन होता है या फिर प्रोनाउन होता है कि जो दैट डज द एक्शन इन द सेंटेंस, कि जो सेंटेंस में कुछ एक्शन परफॉर्म करता है, वही हमारा होता है सब्जेक्ट. और सब्जेक्ट क्या होता है? नाउन और प्रोनाउन होता है. Okay, are you understanding this, all the things, these two things? Now the second question is that what is the action being done? कौन सी action हो रही है, perform हो रही है? The first question was that who is doing the action. So on that answer Kirti was the answer. So here what is the action being done? The sentence is same, Kirti at breakfast. So here what is the action? खाने की एक्शन आ रही है और क्या खा रही है वो? ब्रेकफास्ट. सो हियर व्हाट इज द एक्शन बीइंग डन? एक्शन क्या हो रही है? खाने की. इट डजंट मैटर कि ये कौन सा टेंस है, पर एक्शन कौन सा है? वो हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना है. कीर्ति एट ब्रेकफास्ट. दिस इज अवर पास्ट टेंस. ईट, at, eaten. So at, that is our past form of the verb. So that's why we can say this is our past tense. कीर्ति at breakfast. कीर्ति ने ब्रेकफास्ट किया. तो यहाँ पे कौन सी एक्शन परफॉर्म हो रही है? तो हम लोग कह सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे खाने की एक्शन परफॉर्म हो रही है. इन दिस सेंटेंस at means in this sentence eating, that is our action. So which part of speech is the highlighted word? यहाँ पे highlighted किया गया word जो है वो कौन सी part of speech है? Subject के बाद क्या आता है? That you have to assume, and whatever the action being done or state of being, that is which part of speech? Yes, exactly, that is our verb. So here at, that is our verb. So at is the verb in the sentence. It shows the action being done by the subject. तो ये जो हमारा verb है वो क्या indicate करता है? So that shows the action being done. कुछ action हमारा जो subject है sentence में उसके द्वारा कुछ action perform हो रही है. It shows that. Now, what is the thing being eaten? अब यहाँ पे कौन सी चीज है? यहाँ पे what is the thing being eaten? क्या खा रही है वो? कीर्ति at breakfast. तो in this answer breakfast. So that will be our object. So which part of speech is used? Breakfast कौन सा है? Noun, pronoun कौन सा है? Noun है. Because pronoun तो हमारा हो नहीं सकता. Why? Because pronoun that replace whenever we replace the noun, so that is pronoun. तो यहाँ पे breakfast है वो हमारा noun है. So breakfast is the object in the sentence. The object is the main thing in the sentence that the action is being done on. So what is object that describes here? The object is क्या है? The main thing in the sentence. जो sentence में main चीज है वो, that the action is being done on, जिस पर action perform की गई है वो जो है वो है हमारा object. Here breakfast is receiving the action of eating. तो यहाँ पे खाने की एक्शन की गई है. क्या खाने की एक्शन की गई है वो होगा हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट. So it's all about subject, verb and object. Subject will be a word, noun or pronoun. Object will be our noun here. So some sentences don't have an object. कोई sentence में object नहीं भी आता है. For example, कीर्ति ate, like कीर्ति ने खाया. So this is a complete sentence. हम कह सकते हैं कि ये complete sentence है. पर if we add breakfast, dinner or anything else, so we will receive the object. But here we don't have. So some sentences don't have a subject in the sentence, but it is understood. कोई सेंटेंस में ऐसा होता है कि वहां पे सब्जेक्ट नहीं होता पर हमें समझना पड़ता है कि यहाँ पे है. For example, complete your work. So here the subject is you. You complete your work, like that. If this teacher will instruct you, like all the students have to complete your work, so all the students, that is our subject. पर अगर टीचर ऐसे भी बोलते हैं कि complete your work, तो यहाँ पे complete your work, complete, तो यहाँ पे तो हमारा verb से ही start हुआ sentence. तो उसके पहले subject है. आप सबको indicate करते हैं, students को indicate करते हैं. वो लिखा नहीं है पर हमें समझना पड़ता है, like that. So remember, every complete sentence must have at least one subject and a verb. So that is called a complete sentence. Here, identify the subject, verb and object in the sentence. Kiran wrote a book. So here you have to identify the subject, verb, and the object. So let's discuss about the sentence. Kiran, that is the name of the person. That is our noun. So that will be our subject. Then wrought means something happening. What is the verb wrought means कुछ लिखना. A book. तो ये हमारे वर्ब जो है उस पर कुछ एक्शन परफॉर्म हो रही. So that will be our object. That will be our subject because that is our noun. That's why. Subject, verb, object. Manu spoke into the megaphone. तो यहाँ पे into the ये जो है वो हमारा सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट में नहीं आएगा, राइट? क्योंकि वो कुछ ऐसा एडजेक्टिव में आएगा, कुछ ए एंड दी जो है वो हमारा आर्टिकल में आ जाएगा. सो दैट विल बी द डिफरेंट पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस. सो हियर मनु spoke megaphone. So that will be our subject verb object. फिलहाल हम तो subject verb object में फोकस करने वाले हैं. That's why. So identify the subject verb and object in the sentence. Here again we have the man interviewed the women. तो ये sentence आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा इनमें से which are our subject verb and object. The man interviewed the woman. Here we have the man interviewed the woman. So that will be our subject, verb and object. So that is the way to identify the subject, verb and object. Again we have the two men walk the dog. So here the two men, that will be our subject, walked, that is our verb, and the dogs, that will be our object. Word, subject. तो यहाँ पे आपको बहुत ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा. ऐसा नहीं कि चलो the two है तो सिर्फ यही हमारा होगा सब्जेक्ट. नो, पूरा हमें लेना है. The two men. This whole thing will be our subject. So whenever you are going to identify the subject, verb and object, you have to be very careful about these things. Okay, the two men walked the dogs. So this is our subject, verb, object means SVO. We had discussed in our previous year about the structure of the tenses. On that time we had gone through this, if you still remember. That SVO I was writing like subject plus V1. V1 means present form, if V2 means past form. Okay, so V1 plus matlab ki verb plus object, right? So that is our SVO. I hope students you all understood this very well, because that is very important part of this tense. All the parts are very important, but that is much important because it helps you to identify the subject, verb and object. It helps you to make a meaningful sentence. It helps you to identify the various parts of speech, how to use, what to use, and when to use which part of speech. Okay, so it's very important. So watch this video very carefully. If you are not able to understand this video, ask me. Okay, so let's go ahead. So students, here we have the video. I'm going to show you one video regarding the object. So in SVO, O stands for object. So object, it is direct object, and one another object, that is indirect object. So let's understand more about the object.
Hello students. In this video, let's see what are the different types of objects in a sentence. But before that, let's see if we remember what a subject, verb and an object is. The subject is the person or thing in the sentence that does the action. Now, let us consider the sentence, Neeta cooked lunch. What is the subject here? Who is doing the action?
Neeta.
Neeta is the subject in the sentence who does the action of cooking. Students, note that the subject can either be a noun or a pronoun. In this case, Neeta is a noun. Let us come to the verb. The verb is the action that is being done by the subject in the sentence. In this case, what did Neeta do? Neeta cooked. So cooked is the verb in this sentence. Now let's see what the object is. The object is the main thing or person in a sentence on which the action takes place. In this case, the action of cooking takes place on the lunch. So, lunch is the object in the sentence. This is also called the direct object, which I'll denote as DO. The direct object is the main thing or person in the sentence on which the action takes place. This too can either be a noun or a pronoun. In this case, lunch is a noun. Now let's see what the other type of object is. In the same sentence, Neeta cooked lunch, I'm going to introduce another word. Neeta cooked Payal lunch. Here the subject, verb and the direct object remain the same. But let's think. For whom did Neeta cook? Neeta cooked for Payal. So Payal is the indirect object in this sentence. The indirect object is the thing or person for whom the action is being done. In this case, the action of cooking lunch is being done for Payal. Students, note that the objects, indirect and direct, need not always be people. They can also be things, places, etc. Basically, nouns or pronouns. In this case, Payal here is a noun. Students, also observe that the indirect object always comes between the verb and the direct object. If in a sentence you find only one object, then that is the direct object. So students, we've learned the two types of objects. The direct object, which is the main thing on which the action is being done, and the indirect object, the thing or the person for whom or to whom the action is being done. Now students, I hope that through this video you were able to understand what is a subject, verb and the different types of objects. Thank you.
So students, it was all about the subject verb object, and two types of objects were there, direct object and indirect objects were there. So I hope you all understand this very well. So in your homework, you have to write down this SB6 from your supplementary book, concept time 4, subject verb and object. This all description is there. You have to write it down in your fair book. Okay, so this all portion you have to write it down in your fair book, And this practice question 4 is there. So here you have to read the sentence given below, underline and write as for subject, V for verb, and DO means direct object for direct object, and IO for indirect object. Okay, so that you have to indicate in, पहले ये आपको अपनी रफ बुक में लिखना है. ओके, ये आपको अपनी फेयर बुक में लिखना है, ये आपको अपनी रफ बुक में लिखना है, नॉट इन दिस सप्लीमेंट्री बुक. ये आपको यहाँ पे फिलअप नहीं करना है अभी, ये आपको फिलहाल एज अ होमवर्क आपको कहाँ पे लिखना है, इन योर रफ बुक. Okay, so it's all about your homework, today's homework. If you find any difficulties regarding this, you're free to ask me. Thank you, my dear all students, and have a nice day.